Oh my god, this thing just went live without me even having to press the feature. What is this? Well, as I'm starting to get more people coming in, I guess I should just go ahead and just go live about this situation that just recently happened. I said I was gonna go live from here, but I just had this situation happen, and now that I think of it, now I have been discriminated against for being trans, but I've never been assaulted for being trans, and just like solely for being trans, like without inevitable doubt. Um, but I'm okay. If anyone's tuning in, I'm okay. Um, anyone that's tuning in, basically, let me give you guys a brief little description about what happened because I see more people coming in. Literally, this just literally just happened. Um, I live by a very high traffic area, um, high traffic boulevard when it comes to the ladies of the night, if you know what I mean. But it's mostly for females. Hope, yes, I am safe. It's mostly for females, and I've been known to tip out there a couple of times myself, and you know do what it do. But some of you guys may not know this or not, but my car is out of service right now. My car is actually literally in the garage. That's a whole totally different thing, but I have been having to rely on the services on Uber and Lyft for the last month. And it's literally had me in a very humble situation because between that and between speaking with, having a new sponsor, just changing a whole, like changing a whole lifestyle. I've had to walk a lot of places. And I was actually walking from the CVS in my area. Walk there all the time. But I have to go down this boulevard. I have to go down this boulevard to get to my house, especially since I don't have a car. As I was walking down this boulevard, I had this Hispanic guy that pulled over. And I said, "Hey, I'm trans." And he looked at me and he kind of like started to drive off a little bit, but I just kept walking. And he said, "Fucking faggot." And just like, and I like turned around and I'm like, "You're lucky that I told you. I didn't have to tell you. I could have, you know, did the damn thing, took your money and not tell you. That's what happens half of the time." So when when I said that, mind you, he's like a distance away. He said, "Oh, and I would have fucking kicked your ass." And I'm like, wow, this is what we've come to today. Like, where people are not even appreciative of like little things like that, little small gestures like that. And when he said that, I don't know, the anger in me came out, and I said, but just know that one of these days you may try it with the wrong person, and that person may shoot you. And I guess that angered him, so he turned around, and this is where it gets like really scary because like I think people are so accustomed to the the Obama years of like the equality and are the appearance that there was equality or the appearance that we've come a long way. But one thing I can say that this administration has done and has done it very successfully. No, they have not made America great again. They've made America hate again. And now people can be more open about their distaste for whomever, wherever, however. And I have to say this before I tell you the rest of this story here. People, girls, any people in the LGBT community, it is very important that you guys get some type of protection. Because these people are not playing out here. I feel like a lot of people have always had this worked up aggression or hate, animosity towards people like myself that are trans, GLBTQ. And now they pretty much have the backing of an administration and a government that kind of co-signs their hate. So he came back around, and I didn't know what was going to happen, but my heart was beating really fast. But I was prepared for the worst. I didn't have my gun on me or anything like that. And he was driving past me, and mind you, I'm walking this way. He's driving the opposite way because he must have went around a building and then came back around. And when he got close up on me, he had something in the liquid and just threw it at me. Now, luckily, it just landed like on my pants and everything. I'm still kind of wet. And the first thing I thought to myself was like, oh, well, it's a good thing he's not black, because of the fact that, most black people would have known, especially a black guy would know, aim for her hair. But, since I've been wearing my hair natural, that wouldn't have done anything. But still, very love and hip hop about the situation, with the whole throwing of the water. At least I think it was water, but even though it was only water, yes, Nina Wellington says everybody's in danger. You have to be careful. Yeah, but even though it was only water, that was my realization. That was my aha moment of the shit has gotten real. These motherfuckers are not playing anymore. They are really out to any little thing that is said. It can go left, and you could be the next person that's going to be on the list of Transgender Day of Remembrance. But it still kind of shook me, because I'm like, wow, this is happening, and I actually told him the tea. And this is what happens. So now, I think a lot of you guys that are not trans or whatever, you can probably understand why some people may pussy stunt, why some girls may choose not to tell them that they're trans. Because sometimes it is a matter of life and death. It is literally a matter of life and death. I've been in lots of situations where, I knew it was not in my best interest to tell the company that I was with that I was trans. We have not, oh no, I don't think we've gotten to that day at all to where we can comfortably say that we are accepted. And I'll say something else too. There's this YouTube, I cannot think of the guy's name, but that's irrelevant. The content is what's really relevant. There was this guy that did this, I guess he did this public survey, and you guys have probably seen this before, how people will go out in public, go to the mall or whatever, and they will ask people certain questions, and they do this to get a reaction. So what the guy did is, Jasmine. Hey, Jasmine. Hi, Miss Mayokish. I think I'm saying her name right. If you got to go to CVS to let that be it. Honey, it's not about just going to CVS and let that be it. When I don't have a car, and honey, Uber is $5.89 or $10 to go everywhere. Honey, I'm going to be walking. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. And this is one of those situations where I did not see a danger in walking. Because I've done this trip, this route, a dozen times. Yeah, I am safe. Yes, Nina, I thought the same. Okay, so basically, this is what's going on. Okay, in the survey, have you ever seen those surveys where they'll ask people a question, and they'll do it just to get a reaction out of someone. So this guy did this survey, or this thing he came up with, and he asked mostly urban people, Hispanic and Black. I don't think I see no one white was in this, or no one Caucasian, Asian, mostly urban ethnic people, African American and Spanish. And he said, would you rather have a thought daughter or a gay son? And literally everyone that he asked, and mind you, these were young people because he was young himself. I would say that from the age range of because one of the little boys, he was 12. From the age range of 12 up until 25, that was the age range of the survey. And basically, immediately, most people were like, damn, all bad. And this is just gay. This is the gay son or thought daughter. Well, as you probably may have assumed, like most of the what I could tell to be heterosexual appearing black men that he asked, they said without a doubt, thought daughter. Actually, there was 2 black guys that actually said that I would honestly have to say thought daughter because I would end up killing my son if I found out he was gay. So already that tells you the mentality that most people have when it comes to just, you know what I'm saying? And mind you, this is a person, he asks gay son or thought daughter. You don't even know what your gay son could be. Your gay son could be like he could be possibly there's so many ways that you can go with that. I mean, I think that people automatically think of the sexual act, but he can be a stylist, be the owner of a fashion empire. I know these are very stereotypical. I'm saying like stuff like to do with hair and fashion, but I'm just saying, but that's just how limited most people's mind thought is. Like most heterosexual cisgendered people, when they think of anything gay. And the reason I say that that's pertaining to this is that this was their reaction to gay. And I was watching something on T.S. Madison earlier on today, and I'm gonna get into the Dwight Howard thing. Just give me some time. But she said it best, and she said that most people, especially down south where I'm from, especially in the African American community, there's no subcategories. There's no, oh, you're transgendered. Oh, you're non-binary. Oh, you're a CD. Oh, you are a masculine identified transgendered lesbian. No, it's all gay. It's all gay. Like, oh, you're trans, gay. Oh, you like trans women? Gay. So it's just all in one category. So there's a long way to go. And this is what most people in the heterosexual community tend to think. And I'm just really scared. Now I can say that without a doubt, I fear for not only my safety, but for a lot of my trans sisters and brothers' safety, because of the fact that having an incident like that happen to where I tell someone, I give someone the liberty, the privilege, it's actually a privilege when you think about it, because a lot of girls don't tell them. I give you the privilege of telling you that I'm trans. We haven't even had sex. And you get mad that I told you that I'm a trans, and then that anger turns into, I want to assault you. Mind you, I didn't do anything with this man. This man basically just came to the side where I was walking, and I didn't want to be bothered. I really didn't want to be bothered. I mean, he was actually very handsome. And under other circumstances, I probably would have not told him, but I had 2 bags in my hand, and I didn't want to be bothered. And I said, hey, I'm transgender. I'm not gonna take my voice up to a couple octaves. I'm not gonna, do all this BS. I'm trans, so what's up? You know, and you take that and you want to assault me because, like I said, we are in a day and age with an administration that co-signs it, that's actually trying to erase us, basically saying that you don't exist. You don't have any right to be here. So, if the devaluation of trans women is being co-signed by the fucking president of the United States, guess what? That kind of pretty much gives everyone that has any type of hostility towards a trans person to feel like it's purge. This is the real life motherfucking purge. And that's all I can say about that situation there. I really do feel like that because it's just like, I'm still kind of shaken up about that because that could have went, oh my God, that could have went in a different direction. The fact that I told this person, oh, you could get shot. And he turned his car around like, you know, basically he was like, I'm ready. Okay, what's up? I'm ready to die. I'm ready. You know, you got that gun. You know, and it just really, really, I guess, opens the doors and opens my eyes to realize that the trans women that have been killed this year violently, I can't even imagine what they've probably gone through. I can't even imagine what those last moments of breath was like, you know, and I can't even imagine, you know, what the situation was like. Because, like I said, this was a situation I did not call for. You know, I was just in my own world. I wanted to keep walking. And I was basically driven into this. I was like, no choice but to confront the situation head on. And I was assaulted. But thank goodness it was just only like a liquid substance. I have to say liquid substance because I still don't know what it was. It didn't smell like any urine or anything like that. But, you know, just be careful, people. Let's see here. Yeah, you may walk, but you don't need to reply to cat calls. Wasn't a cat call, girl. It was someone pulling up to me. And, honey, if someone's going to pull up to me, I'm going to definitely... Honey, I want to see what the fuck are you pulling up to me for? Shit, are you trying to kidnap me or anything? You always have to be aware of your surroundings. You know one thing, Mallory? And I'm not trying to call you out or anything like that. But I think that a lot of people in the LGBT community that are either not used to being in urban areas are in the upper echelon of the community. You know, you are shielded from things like this because of the fact that you don't realize that, okay, whether I like it or not, I'm going to have to walk a couple of places because of the fact that right now, I don't have the luxury, the privilege of having a car, of having Uber to go everywhere. So sometimes I have to do what I have to do. You know, and this goes back to the situation with the Dwight Howard thing. I'm going to get into that right now. Trump is trying to speed up the process of banning trans people in the military. He's trying to speed up the process of banning this completely. So, as I understand, if you guys are not up to speed, because I know some of my followers are not up to speed because they don't usually keep in touch with like a lot of like urban news or stuff like that. But if you're not up to speed, then from what I understand, NBA basketball player Dwight Howard was called out by this gay guy. And from what I understand, because I'm getting the news late. I'm really getting the news late. But from what I understand, I guess the media perception was that he was trans because, you know, he's very feminine. And as I said before, you can identify whatever you want to identify as, whatever. But in most people's eyes, you know, I'm talking about kitchen table talk. Once everything's said and done, it is all gay to them. It is all considered homosexual activity. So that's the nitty gritty of it. So most people, I guess, perceive this person as being trans, and once again, the narrative goes along as another tranny outing a male celebrity for clout or whatever like that. Come to find out, he does identify as a gay man, and there was some trans woman that is involved in this situation, and I think that he got angry that Dwight Howard did not want to have with him, so it just gets all types of messy. And everyone knows my past history and things of this nature when it comes to situations like this, and I'm really big on abuser protection because this is what's going on here, to a certain degree. But I also advocate not putting anyone out of the closet or bringing someone out of the closet. But I do say this, that sometimes shit is going to happen. There's no safety in this whole game here. Sometimes things are going to happen. You know, people that have watched me for years or so have seen in this very apartment how the wife showed up at the door on Facebook Live. Sometimes things are going to happen, and you have to be prepared for those things that are going to happen. You know, we can sit here and we can talk about, oh, you shouldn't put him on blast. You should protect him. But you know what? Things are going to happen. And I will say this too, is that, like, I was reading and somewhere someone was saying, like, oh, I would never put anyone out on blast or anything like that. I would never do anything like that. Well, as someone always told me, honey, you don't know what you're going to do until you're going to do it. Meaning that I don't think anyone makes a conscious decision to do certain things when they're in a position like that. They do things out of the heat of the moment, you know. They do things in real time. And when you do things in real time, you have to deal with the real life consequences. And boy, do I know that. You have to deal with the real life consequences of, like, doing things in real time. And all I have to say to this situation is that I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. But T.S. Madison, she said something very profound, and I'm going to say it. You know, some people are not going to get it. It's going to be years before a lot of people are going to get it. And what I mean by that is that Dwight Howard, Young Buck, there's nothing special about these men when it comes down to it, because these men are one of thousands, millions possibly. The only thing that makes these men, I guess, more, like, makes it more sensationalized is that they have a career that is out in the public. And most people's perception of what an NBA player is or what a rapper is definitely not that of reality at all. At all. At all. Shit. I should know that. Because here's one thing I will tell you. And this is from a whole point of view. Rappers, NBA players, athletes, they're the worst motherfucking clients if you are trying to be a working girl. Because of the fact that they have this ego of saying, well, I get, you know, women chasing me all the time and everything. You should be privileged to be with, you should be paying me. That's their attitude. So when you're working with someone with that type of mentality, it's very easy for them to use charm and to talk their way out of situations. And also, before we start blaming one person, oh, they shouldn't out them and everything. I, for one, know that a lot of times in situations like this, and this is not even just celebrity based, but this could be a guy that is, like, very popular, or that basically all the girls want. He has a mouth game, and a lot of guys have a way of charming themselves into a woman's vagina, into a trans woman's ass, or sometimes into a trans woman, charming them way onto that trans woman's dick. If you really want to get down and gritty, let's talk about it here. So when you have that working, and then of course if the girl is young, or if she is, not having a mother figure, not having a father figure, not having a proper support system of people telling her, child, you need to get something out of this. This motherfucker's playing you. Then, of course, you're going to be emotionally bounded to that person. You're gonna find yourself emotionally attached, even when you shouldn't be. And when you are emotionally attached like that, it's just like, it's a little hard when someone just cuts you off and say, or actually a lot of times in our world, we don't even get the person giving us the liberty to say that they're breaking up with us. He just disappears. That's what it is. He disappears and then he shows up 6 months later like nothing ever happened. So, like I said, I'm not advocating this type of behavior, but this is going to only get worse. And it's happening right now. Like, this is literally right now. It's 3:24 a.m. here in California. So, you know what I mean. You know what that means, people. If you've been watching me long enough, this is the DL creep hours. After 12 a.m., but before 4 a.m. So I guarantee you there are celebrities, high-profile politicians, men that people would consider to be very hyper-masculine and would look down on things like this. They're getting it in with someone that, is not considered to be society's norm of like who they should be getting in with. And I think that once people start to realize that all these images that we put upon people, all these like things that we put onto people, like especially black men, Hispanic men, mostly, it kind of like backfires because of the fact that we hold them to a certain standard. We definitely hold them to a certain standard. Nothing, and I had to say this. I just say this. It means nothing if you have sex with them. Nothing. It means absolutely zero that you have sex with them, because these men will sit here, fuck you, come all up in you, honey, tell you that they love you, and in the next breath, honey, rob you silly, kill you. I just keep bringing this story up because years ago, when I was working on the boulevard, I met some really hot guy, and he didn't give me that much money, but I was like infatuated because he was really hot and all this stuff. So he wanted me to be the top. He wanted me to penetrate him, and I said, "Ooh, that's nasty." And I was like 23. So we went along, we did the deed. Oh, there was some good dick too, honey. Good dick, honey. Like the type of dick that makes you want to slap your mama, your grandma, dig up your great grandmother and want to slap her too. That's how good the dick was. So anyways, when he was getting ready to leave, I was hugging him and everything like that, and he went for the door, and as soon as he went for the door, he went just Floyd Mayweather on my face. Like, just basically yelling at me, saying, "Where's the motherfucking money at? I want my motherfucking money." And from there, it went on to like, "I told you I wanted to get fucked, motherfucker." And it was just like, wow, this is really happening here. I'm really getting the shit beat out of me because I did not give up dick. And that's when I realized like how real the situation was. So no one's above anyone. That is just an image. And as most people would say, like, they think that you have to look a certain way to attract certain type of men. No, you don't have to look a certain way, because they will have with any and everyone. Boy, girl, old man, grandma, chow, dog, anything. Anything that has a hot hole. You know, and that's just the truth of the matter. You know, and it will gag you. It will definitely gag you. You know, if you think that, oh, my man would never do this, you never know what your man's gonna do, and your man don't even know what he's gonna do until he's into that situation. Because one thing I have understood is, as time has gone by, as I have gotten just more wiser, as I have also eliminated certain distractions from my life, like mind-altering substances, like men that mean me no good, friends that are just posing as friends to get the benefit of using my apartment or whatever. One thing that I can say is that sexuality is fluid. Meaning that, yes, we have our preferences. We have whatever we find ourselves attracted to. But you never know what you're going to do until you're going to do it. Meaning that if someone like myself that is dick crazy as I can be, yes, there has been times, and there are still times, where I'm out and about and I see a guy. You know, I met a guy at one of my NA meetings not too long ago that was like sexy. Found out that, you know, he was a trans man. And I was like, oh my God. I don't know if I can have sex with a piece of trade that has a vagina. You know what I'm saying? So those little things like that, but I was still attracted to him. So if a dick crazy thought like myself, you know, and this is, I'm just being God honest. I'm giving the truth. That means that anything can happen. Any sexuality is fluid. There's no other way I can say that, but I will say this, you know, this is going to only get worse as far as the hate is concerning, as far as the men being outed. And the way I look at it is that it's going to keep going up, 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 because, you know, by all accounts, like, Dwight Howard is, you know, he's no LeBron James. I mean, he's hardly a Kevin Garnett. I'm not trying to hate on him, but I'm just saying on the spectrum pole of relevance. And what I mean by that is that, you know, it's going to keep going up, like, of relevancy. Like, if you've noticed, it's gone from Young Buck to now Dwight Howard. And I promise you, mark my word, the next person that gets outed, because this is not going to stop. As long as men continue to be down low, this is not going to stop. As long as women, especially black females, I love my black females, but I got to put it all out there. As long as black females continue to raise their sons to say, you can be a murderer, you can be a drug dealer, you can be a rapist, just don't be gay. Don't be gay. I will disown you. As long as that continues on, men will keep getting outed. I don't see this happening in my lifetime, but there will be a time where this will not be sensationalized. There will be a time where this will not make news. But until then, it's going to keep going up and up and up. You know. Dwight Howard, I think, you know, he's like a C-list basketball player or so. Who knows? But it's going to get worse, because what's going to happen is that the higher you get up on the relevancy pole, the more dangerous it gets, because I can say from personal experience that I have been with individuals that they have let me know in so many words that if you decide to be cute and want to, you know, pull a chingy on me or whatever like that, then, you know. Let me just tell you this, honey. I don't have the finances to avoid security. I definitely don't have the finances to move. And looking over my back all day, every day, I don't have time to be doing that. So just know this. If you are one of those people that are deciding, or you're in the heat of the moment and you're caught up in your feelings, just remember there's a consequence for everything. You know, for every action, there's a reaction. The law of the universe does not discriminate. And you have to be prepared for those real life consequences when you make those real time choices. Just going through the comments here. I'm just like, oh. What's up, Amira? I haven't seen you in a long time. Hey, Michaela. Hi, Taisha. Olivia. Just can't breathe. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Yeah. Just be careful out there, you guys. Is it really wrong to put these men? Oh, girl, you asked me one of those hard questions. One of those hard questions. Okay, Michaela says, is it really wrong to put these men? I'm assuming you meant out. Morally, I would say yes, because of the fact that you shouldn't make the choice for someone else to put them out. However, as I said before, when you're in that situation and you don't know what type of situation you could be in, you don't know what type of situation this person's going to be in. When you're in that situation, things are quite different. Things are very different. If you're emotionally attached or has, in your head, you think you have a relationship with this person and you don't have anything to show for it, but a whole bunch of cum in your ass, a couple STDs or so, but no money in the bank, no car, you may be in a situation where you're feeling a certain type of way, like, oh no, this motherfucker didn't. So as I've said this before, sometimes it pays to get something out of it, because when you don't pay a person or you don't compensate them for their time or whatever like that, then it leaves the door open. It leaves the door cracked for other things to manifest, like this whole relationship that they think that they have in their head. It's not good to lead people on. And it's so funny how rappers, this is why I say rappers and these athletes, they're the worst type of clients, because they have egos and they want to stiff you with the money, but they're the worst, because one of the things that I've noticed about a lot of these rappers is that they're so quick to post on their Instagram, I'm getting money, I'm making it rain on a bitch. But then when you hit them up and, well, actually when they hit me up or whatever, and this is not only me, oh, okay, so, hey, what's up? Can you make it do what it do? I mean, since we're spending all this time together, I'm missing out on this client, that client, and I got bills to pay. Can you help me out? Oh, no, I'm broke. But you just posted on Instagram about you're allergic to being broke. But now you're saying, that's what I'm trying to say, people. And I think it's mostly with American men. It's like they will bitch a man. Most men, and I say this goes across all races. Most men will they will help you out in a hard situation, as far as like, if have you come and stay at their house, maybe even get you an Uber. Men are real quick to get you an Uber to come to their place. I would even go as far as to say that he may pay a bill or so, because he's not directly giving that money to you. But he will do everything. Oh, bring you drugs. Oh, they love to bring drugs. Yes, because half of the time the drugs are shitty. the drugs are shitty, you know, and he rather, a man would rather give you $300 in coke than give you $30 in cash. Let that sit in. Because it's something I've noticed, it's something about when a man gives a woman money that he feels like he's a trick. And if you were not dating, if you're just coming over, you know, I just had a motherfucker hit me up yesterday, and 12 and mind you, this motherfucker's not, you know, I thought we had a cool situation, but he just hit me up and just like, hey, is it cool if I come through and get my dick sucked? That's all he said. No, hey, how are you? Like, what? Yes, at least make me feel like I'm something. I mean, those type of pleasantries are something that I do look forward to, especially if you're going to hit me up at 3 o'clock in the morning saying, yo, is it okay if I come through and get my dick sucked? Shit, are you going to even put some dick down? I mean, that's all you're coming over to do? You just want to get your dick sucked? And, well, honey, are you coming with some weed? Are you... So, when I go back to what I'm saying is that I'm not trying to motivate or advocate for anyone to get something, you know, become a whore. Just make sure you get something out of the situation. Something tangible. Something more than his hard dick, you know, or whatever. And I know this is like the pot calling the kettle black, but hopefully the generation that's under me won't make the same fatal mistakes that my generation makes and that everyone tends to make, especially when you have this illusion of something that it isn't. You know, okay, we're in a relationship, but you always come into my house. Okay, we're in a relationship, but you don't want to go out in public because you're discreet, you're people's. But you got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 porn, like private videos of porn of you with a TS and one with a gay boy on Pornhub, so you're not that discreet. I think I've said enough. I think I've said enough. I think I've done enough. And with that said, honey, ciao. Is it really... Y'all be setting me up with these questions. I think y'all be trolling me with these questions, honey, because some of these questions are like a setup for just like, ugh. Yes, man. It's not our place to out anyone. It's not our place to out anyone, but it's not in our place to protect anyone either, unless there's something on the table, some type of incentive to protect them and to keep their secret. Well, we all have to use our head. But, you know, sometimes, like I said, don't get me wrong. I'm going to just end it off with this. Do not get me wrong. Money may not be in the situation sometimes, and it may be because of the fact that this is, you're just realizing now, oh my God, this motherfucker is not, he doesn't see me the same way I see him. I should have got some money out of it. Now, in a situation like that, you know, you got to pick your battles. You got to pick your battles. Now, that will not be the best time to start hitting someone up for some type of incentive or some money, because already by that time, he's moved on to the next, which is probably your girlfriend, your gay best friend, or whatever. You know, they move very quickly. But one thing I will say is that you have to use common sense, because, you know, if this is a, I would say, a person of influence, or this person has a lot of net worth, it will be in your best interest to know these things, because if this person has a net worth of $10 million or so like that, then it's nothing to make you disappear, because you have to look at it this way. There are things called like common casualties, and you know, and things that you have to do for the good of the whole picture. And a lot of times people will say, well, shit, I got this deal over here that's going on. I got this deal over here that's going on, and if this bitch opens her motherfucking mouth, then this deal gets shut down. So I need to find some type of way to quiet this bitch down. I need to make her disappear. And that's how it happens. That is literally how it happens, people. I'm not gonna say no names, but living here in Hollywood, you hear shit, and you know who to fuck with. You you know who to fuck with, and you know that some individuals out here, if you say certain things, if you know, just know this: be prepared to move, and just like fade into obscurity. You know, be prepared to just. Honey, you gonna one or two. You gonna disappear. You gonna disappear. Either you gonna disappear voluntarily, or you're gonna disappear involuntarily, like 6 feet under. That's all I'm gonna say. I will talk to you guys later. Just be very careful and stop abuser protecting, honey. You know, sometimes these motherfuckers that's getting outed, they're not the victims that people need to be protecting. You need to be protecting the motherfucker that is being led on to something that they thought that this was, honey. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.